Alright, so what I'm going to be explaining here is what I call the floater passing drill. The floaters are the two red players that you see in the animation going on. So the reason for this floater passing drill is to introduce the basics of passing out of the back, which is going to be a focus of the team this season. And the reason we pass out of the back is pretty simple. You can see with the red players, they're being drawn closer and closer to the ball because players will inherently run after the ball. And the idea is to pull the opposition team closer and closer to our defense while we're in possession in order to take advantage of spaces that are opening up behind them. So, as you can see in the animation, there is a bunch of space on the top in that portion there because the red players were pulled over to the side. So I'm just going to walk through very basically what is going to be going on. So you're going to have four defenders. You're going to have two defensive midfielders, essentially, all on the same team. And then you're going to have the two floaters, so the two players in red. So the two floaters are not really pressing. They're not going after the ball as hard as they possibly can. They're just kind of jogging. They're taking it easy. The idea of this is to be able to pick your head up, to be able to look and see the passes that you're trying to make. Not we're running this game speed. Everything has to go as fast as possible, right? The idea is we're making quick, accurate passes, not at game speed yet, right? That's what scrimmages and drill and you know other drills are for. This one is more we're taking this a little slower. So as you can see, I got the drill set up, the beginning of the drill set up. So keeper is going to play it out to the first defender. Defender's going to receive the ball, and he has some options here, right? So he went right, But if we go back to where he started, you can see that he had some options. He could go back to the goalkeeper. He could go to the left. He could go... that's really it, right? So he has those options available to him, right? So he went ahead and went to the right back. Right back receives the ball. Everyone shifts over. Now the right back has some options here. So with the right back could go back to the goalkeeper. He could go to the center back. And then as this player here is pressing him, he could go here, right? So he has three different options. And that's the idea. That's why everyone shifted over to him, right? So now he has some options. He chooses to go back to the center back. Center back now has some options available to him, right? He can go back to the right back, he can go back to the goalkeeper, or he could hit it into space right here for player 5, right? So he has some options available to him as well. He chooses to go to player 5. Now, ideally in a game scenario, you're going to want to push the ball forward from here, but in the context of this drill, we are only playing with these 8 players total, so we're going to recycle, right? So player 5 has some options. He can go to player 1, he can go to player 3, he can go to player 6, right? And like I said, this is all going to be pretty slow. We're not going super fast. So player 5 is going to pass the ball. He's going to go to player 3. Now player 3 has some different options, but he's a little pinched in, right? We want to go wide. We want to spread the field wide. So player 3 is going to take the ball, go back to player 5, back to 3. 3 is going to retreat a little bit, get some space. And you see now everyone has shifted over, right? You started on the right, now you're on the left. So now player 2 is a little more pinched in. The goalkeeper has entirely switched spots. He started here, now he's here. So now player 3 has some options. He can go to player 6, he can go to player 5. He has some different options available to him. So player 3 is going to wait for some pressure. He's going to go 6, back to the goalkeeper, rotate back, and just go back to that last frame real quick. And now you can see these two players here, the two players in red, have completely vacated this half of the field and are now trying to scramble back to catch this guy. And we have completely opened up all of this space here, right? And the drill would go on and so forth, passing back this way, just continually rotating the ball and pulling the floaters this way and that. So that's the floater drill. The whole purpose is to work on building out of the back, and I've tried to kind of explain the reasons why we do that. If you still have questions, you're welcome to ask us questions, and we'll try and fill you in as best we can. But that is one of the drills that we are going to be doing, and hopefully it will help us get up to speed with building out of the back.